Hello everybody, it is Gabrielle here. Today is Sunday, May 12th, 2019. Excuse me, it is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, including my mom, who is incredible. So I just wanted to get that out of the way before I start my vlog. If you see me looking down or if you hear pages turning, it's because I write a script for this vlog so that I don't get off track and start rambling like I am right now. So yeah, and it keeps me on track, keeps me on topic so that the vlog doesn't go for 20 minutes and then I have to get back on track and then it goes even longer. So I wrote a little script. So let's see. I want to talk about what has been going on with me lately because it has been a very long time since the last time I did a vlog. I'm not even going to go into that I'm going to post every week. I'm not going to make any promises because I tend to say I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. So I am just going to stay tuned for my next vlog whenever it is. Hopefully I'll have a special... Actually, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to say anything if it's not going to happen. So anyways, so I want to talk about what's been going on new with me. I can't remember what the last vlog was, but I have started a new job on Beale Air Force Base as a child, at the CDC as a child development assistant. And I'm working with toddlers. I'm in a room consistently now, unless they need me to go do something else. But for the most part, I've been in the same room consistently. I love my kids. I love the lead teacher, and it's been really good. Does have its challenges. Working with kids is not my calling. Maybe I'll find out along the way that it could be, but right now it's not something that I want to continue doing for a living. I love going to work. I love the kids that I have in my class, and but you know, some days are better than others. That's just life, and that's going to happen at any job, no matter if you love it or not. So anyways, so something exciting that happened yesterday was my mom had her very first book signing at Barnes & Noble for a book that she compiled. It's an anthology of a bunch of women's stories, some local authors, some from different countries like Australia, the UK, and it is called Reading Between the Signs. It's about signs and synchronicities that we see all around us, and it was women's stories about how they started seeing signs and how they're led by signs and stuff like that. So it was really cool. Just a little backstory about how it got started. My mom was involved with an anthology, and I'm trying to remember, I think it was about how she got started on her spiritual journey. I could be wrong, but she was a part of an anthology that someone else put together, and it inspired her to put her own anthology together. So she asked a couple people she knew through doing the shows and through doing like her services and stuff, and they all submitted their stories, and my mom got it published through this company, but she had to get all the authors to submit their stories. I think about 20 authors, 10 pages each, and they all paid $100 to be in the book. And my mom like edited the stories, her own stories in there, and then they all get their copies of the books. And so my mom wanted to do a book signing, so she called Barnes & Noble and asked, can I do a book signing there? And they said yeah, and they my mom talked to the manager, and the manager was really into what my mom wanted to do, so she said yeah, come on in, and they set it all up. And we went there, and 12 of the authors were there, and they took turns reading excerpts from their books out loud. And there were 30 books, and out of 30, 16 were sold. And Barnes & Noble decided to keep the books, and it's based off of how many books are sold, I believe. I don't know. There's an algorithm to it, and and it's also based off of if not every Barnes & Noble is going to do well with that book. So maybe this Barnes & Noble has an audience that loves spiritual books like that, and maybe other Barnes & Nobles won't. So they'll see how it goes there and then go from there. That's just a very curated way of explaining it. So anyways, so today's topic is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about kind of like diet stuff, because I am on a cleanse right now, the Wild Rose cleanse, which I don't know if I've talked about in my vlogs. I've put it on my Instagram, but I don't think I've talked about it on here. So this cleanse is, I'm going to talk about the cleanse, but I'm also going to talk about, you know, how I felt on the cleanse, what I've discovered since being on it, and stuff that has happened before it, that I discovered about my body and certain foods that I can't eat anymore. And then I'm going to talk about eat right for your blood type, diets that are designed for people with certain blood types, and stuff like that. So first I'm going to talk about the Wild Rose cleanse, which if you don't know it, it was it's been around for 35 years, and it's been widely used in Canada. And Dr. Terry Willard, you know, put it together, and it's designed to clean the liver, colon, kidneys, and lymphatic system. So what you do is it's 12 days. You take these, they're 4 herbal formulas. So you take 6 pills in the morning with breakfast, and then 6 pills for dinner, with dinner. And then these wild rose oil, and I dilute it with water, about like 3 droplets. And you take that every day, and you're supposed to follow a diet. There's foods that you absolutely can't eat while you're on the diet, and there's foods that are like 80% of the diet, foods that are absolutely crucial to eat. This diet is heavily based on eating lots of fish, almonds, brown rice, whole grains, no wheat, no no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, and certain fruits like pineapple, bananas you can't eat, berries you can, cherries, certain vegetables you can't eat either, which I was surprised about, but yeah. So that's the dealio on that. And so I have a week left on it, thank God, because I've been going absolutely insane being on this cleanse. When I did this cleanse a year ago, I followed it really well, actually. I was very surprised at myself, and this time around I am struggling. The first couple days I was doing fine as far as following the diet, but I wasn't prepared when I started this cleanse. I was very I didn't have a fridge stocked with foods, because that's not how I eat. I get food as I'm hungry. I don't stock the food for the week, because then food goes bad because I don't eat it. So this cleanse I wasn't prepared for. And since you can't like go grab food when you're out, it's primarily based around you making your own food because of certain things you can't eat. You have to have a fridge fully stocked of food. So, and I didn't have that. So I was also working, which a year ago when I did this cleanse, I wasn't working. And I was already exhausted from my job without being on a cleanse or a diet. And so throw in a diet, and I completely have no energy. I just did not start out the cleanse very smart, but I went grocery shopping, and I got the foods so that I can meal prep and just grab stuff when I go and stuff like that. So yeah, so I have a week left, and things that I've discovered about my body since being on this cleanse is that when you eat good, you feel good. Now with that being said, I am also human. Yes, when I eat good, my body feels good. My gut's not hanging over my pants. I feel my body feels lighter. I feel like weight's lifted off my shoulders, but I'm also human and I have my I like to indulge, and I think life is about moderation. So, and I also have a very bad food addiction. I don't have balance. So, yes, when you eat good, you feel good, but you also need to have an outlet. You need to have something that tastes good to you that you indulge in. So, being on this cleanse and not being able to indulge in anything, well, actually, that's not true. Since I can't have certain fruits and I can't have sugar, I've been turning to fruits as like my dessert, my sugar. So instead of grabbing like cookies or grabbing like chocolate, I grab like strawberries, and that has become my indulgence. So I eat a lot of fruits because I'm craving sugar and it's pulling all of that stuff out of me. An example of how much energy I don't have since being on this cleanse is that I fell asleep in my car at work on my lunch break. I take an 1.5 hour lunch and I fell asleep in my car, which if I take a nap, it's because I'm so freaking tired. So this day in particular, I ate my lunch and then I was falling asleep, and then I just laid down in my car and fell asleep for 25 minutes. So this cleanse has really taken a lot out of me, but at the same time, I didn't prepare very well for the cleanse. I'm getting better. I have a week left. So anyways, something I learned before I started this cleanse, and before I start saying anything, I've never been allergic to anything in my life. I've always been able to eat whatever I want, and I've never had an allergic reaction to anything. The closest thing to an allergic reaction I've ever had is, I sneeze whenever I have a bite of chocolate. I don't know why. I'm not allergic to chocolate, but I've looked it up and it's very common, but I don't know why that happens. So, but other than that, I've never been allergic to any food in my life. I've never been allergic to anything. I've always had a great immune system and I never get sick, hardly ever. But recently, my body has been rejecting dairy. If I have drinks from Starbucks, which have very high amounts of dairy in them, or if I have a candy bar with milk chocolate in it, anything that has high amounts of dairy in it, then I am on the toilet for a long time, and my poop is very wet and grainy, and it is just no bueno. And I noticed this like about 3 or 4 months ago, that I get bloated, I start having cramps, and I'm on the toilet, and it's just not pretty. I never, like I said, never been allergic to anything. My mom and sister are both vegan. That is for ethical reasons. But I don't know. I don't understand, but I have heard from other people that it is not uncommon to find out later in life, in your adult life, that you are lactose intolerant. I don't want to say I'm lactose intolerant. I just don't think I can't have things with high amounts of dairy in them, because I don't have reactions like this when I have cheese. So I don't know, but that's just one thing. I've had to limit dairy or just not have it. And my body feels so much better for it. So I just wanted to share that. That's something that I've learned about my body. The last thing I want to talk about, I'm sorry if I'm rushing through this. I actually planned this very well. I wrote out my script. I hope that I'm not going off on too many tangents. I hope that this is flowing. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about was, I don't know if any of you have heard of Eat Right for your blood type, but there's a diet that's designed for certain blood types that, because different blood types are susceptible to certain diseases. So there's diets designed so that you're not as prone to getting those diseases. So my blood type is O, so is my dad's, and I think my brother has type O as well. And so research has shown that some blood types are at risk for developing certain diseases or conditions. People with type O have been shown to have higher levels of stomach acid than those with other blood types. Meats and animal products such as fish and poultry are at the top of the go-to list because they're metabolized well in the body of type O. So I just wanted to name some of the food items that I'm allowed to eat being type O. And the foods that I don't mention are either foods that I'm not allowed to eat or foods that I didn't even include on the list because I don't even like them. So these are foods that I can eat that I like. So I'm going to try to go through this quickly. So as far as meat, beef, cod, and mackerel. Fats, olive, flaxseed, canola, and sesame oil. Dairy, butter, yogurt, and lean cheeses like mozzarella, feta, goat, soy milk, beans, pinto, and black-eyed peas. I don't think I've ever had black-eyed peas. Fruits, let's see. Plums are okay. Figs, I don't think I've ever had figs. I've had fig Newtons. Let's see. Most berries, which is good because I love berries. Spices and condiments. Honey, cocoa, chocolate, thank God. But probably dark chocolate so it doesn't have dairy in it. Cayenne pepper, curry, parsley, and iodized salt. Drinks, seltzer, water, club soda, tea, and wine. Okay, I don't like club soda, I don't like tea, and I don't like wine, so I guess it's water for me. Unless I decide to just say F it and I have soda. Veggies, tomatoes, artichokes, kale, parsley, red pepper, sweet potatoes, pumpkin. Didn't know sweet potatoes were a vegetable. You learn something new every day. And grains, Ezekiel bread, which is sprouted grains. It's actually really good. And then nuts, almonds, and pumpkin seeds. So, yeah. So those are foods I can have. I just thought it'd be interesting to share that with you guys. And if you're interested in what you can eat on your, with your blood type, you can look up, like type A blood type food list of foods that you're supposed to avoid and foods that you should be eating and are allowed to eat. I thought this would be an interesting vlog to talk to you about my cleanse. I highly recommend it. If you can't make it through the whole thing, you can always quit halfway through. I am struggling to get through it, but I'm trying my hardest. I'm hoping that I can do this again in the fall. Or do this when I find myself falling off the wagon and kind of eating really shitty. So, and I'm hoping once this is over that I'm gonna try and adopt the type O diet and see how it makes me feel. So, yeah. So I'm going to end this vlog. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share. I hope you found this interesting. Again, like I say in every vlog, if there's any topics that you would like me to talk about, please leave a comment below. I'm open to anything. I'm not biased. I will talk about anything you guys want to know or just want to hear me talk about. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching.